r/ask Reddit. What would the world be better off without? The algorithms that only show you what you want to see on the internet. It just creates entrenched confirmation bias. 100% the echo chambers everywhere are just weird. This music is the most popular cause I only ever see people talk about it, literally no one ever mentions them. This is what people actually like. People get so isolated from anything except those who agree and then think that that means everyone agrees. People have forgotten how to deal with people who don't agree with everything, and it's quite honestly a major issue that only seems to get worse day by day. Ironically, we're using one of the largest echo chambers right now. Rapists. No debate for this one. Pedophiles. Pollution edit. Thank you so much for the awards. Kind strangers. I won't say anything more on such a complicated topic, since I'm not an expert, so I would like to leave the word to those who are. Sharing with anyone who's interested this article on the latest report of the IPCC, and also this video from Kurzgesagt, one the best and more reliable channel of scientific divulgation on YouTube, like someone already pointed out in the comments, which also has many other interesting videos on the topic. In any case, to sum it up, the core message is that the problem is big and is real. Of course nobody can solve it alone, but at least we can all try to do our little part, and eventually things will get better, sooner or later. Anyone else see that new Kurzgesagt video on it? Makes you realize just how ducked we really are. I mean, of course we can do something, it's just my lack of faith in humanity and the general difficulty and major changes needed. Kurzgesagt videos are amazing. I love anything that promotes scientific literacy amongst the public. Corruption. Just imagine how many problems could be solved if politicians actually cared about their constituents at it. Not to be cliche, but geez, I didn't expect this to blow up. It's a crazy feeling when you wake up to 116 notifications from Reddit when you were expecting none. Some context behind my answer. I live in South Africa, and for those that don't know, it seems as though a new corruption scandal is discovered every day. From COVID-19 fund misappropriation to splurging funds on suspicious businesses with no formal address. Just recently, our former president, Jacob Zuma, was sentenced to 14 months in prison for not showing up to his corruption trials. TL. Doctor, my country is very corrupt and it would be a much nicer place to live if it weren't so bad. Why the hell is government corruption way less upvoted than some really benign shit? Most people want to laugh and not think about the dark, depressing shit that is reality. Scam calls about your car's extended warranty. If you don't pay your outstanding taxes with iTunes gift cards, the police are coming to your house to arrest you. Got one scammer claiming he was from the Department of Tax and Law Enforcement. Cancer. One of my friends from high school died from cancer this month. I didn't even know they were sick. Another friend finished their treatment a few years ago and got some numbers last week that aren't looking good. Someone came into work a few years ago. They used to work there. They'd lost a lot of weight. Told us that the chemo wasn't working. They didn't want hospital or hospice visitors because they wanted to be remembered better than a skeleton hooked up to machines. My dad is almost at year 6 of post-prostate treatment. His numbers are going up a little. I got a biopsy a couple of years ago. Totally benign. My older sister, 36, just passed away Sunday at 4:37 AM from some type of liver cancer. The doctors haven't come up with a name for it yet. Pedophilia. Took my glasses off while scrolling and got confused. Why do many people hate Philadelphia? I know, it's always so sunny. Mosquitoes. I had to go too far for this one. Exactly what I was thinking. I was specifically looking for this comment, lol. Time to sort by controversial. IDK man. I think the world is just fine with time to sort by controversial. Everyone is in too big a hurry already. Dad, I'm tired. Those stickers that don't peel off books and CDs properly and leave that god awful sticky residue at it. I'm flabbergasted this has got 4K upvotes. I posted this as a joke more than anything else. Thank you, especially to those who gave the awards. I just returned a book because it had one of those stickers, supposed to be in mint condition, but had one of those stickers over the book title. On the book title as well. What goes through someone's mind when they place it there? War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Well, during the World War II the technology advanced very far away thanks to it. It's sad that the wars only make nations afford money in science to kill people or benefit themselves. Open bracket. Sorry I don't speak very well English. Saludos desde Argentina. Sang it with me. War. Yeah. Narcissistic personality disorder. All of the DSM-APD spectrum honestly. NPD. Psychopathy. Inability deficiency of empathy towards individuals. Sociopathy. Inability deficiency of empathy towards groups. We'd be better off if everyone could empathize with the plights of others. The biggest thing about people with APD is they often end up in leadership positions where callous indifference is most profitable. But who is gonna run parliament then? Nigerian princes. On Catfish UK there was one episode where the dude wouldn't send pics etc, but it turned out he was an actual Nigerian prince and didn't want to be loved for his money or status but rather his personality. Wild. Actual Nigerian princes are quite common. There are many tiny tribal kingdoms with royal lines. Plus, they have lots of kids. There were a few in college. They were super normal and were like, yeah, it doesn't really mean anything but it's kind of cool. Influencers. People who make money off of misinformation. People who make money off of misinformation, let's be honest with ourselves. Facebook. The good news is that you can just delete Facebook. I've been without one for years now and it's honestly been so good for practically every aspect of my life. Those duckers who slaughter whales and dolphins. And manatees. People who run their boats fast through known manatee feeding zones piss me off. And baby seals. Diseases. I.e. my ex. Corrupt politicians. Politicians are like diapers. They have to be changed regularly, both for the same reason. Children beauty pageant. I will never understand why it is a thing. Superiority complex for the parents. People that beat their kids. Ever since I had my first kid it's grown on me more and more how surreal it is that people are able to hit their own kids. Absolutely disgusts me. And to the people who say, my parents beat me and I turned out fine. No you ducking didn't. You think it's okay to hit small people that don't really know any better because they did something you didn't like. Sounds like an a-hole to me. My parents beat me. My daughter will never experience such a thing. Terrorists. One man's freedom fighter. No. Shooting soldiers or even politicians. Imo go ahead. Open bracket. Though there are international agreements against attacking politicians, blowing up children and innocent bystanders, get out. And that goes for us gov too. Republicans. Reddit moment. Trumpies. Republicans. Sounds like you have some issues. The modern GOP is a wannabe fascist party that tries to overturn elections and does nothing but serve the rich, try to ban abortion and try to make things worse for would-be immigrants. Their party platform is that global warming doesn't exist, and the Senate minority leader just threatened to make the US default on our debt. So yeah, we would be better off without them. Social media. Specifically Facebook. My mom is a different person than she was 10 years ago. I can't convince her that she's being lied to. I want Facebook to go away. Dictatorship regimes e.g. Kim Jong-un of North Korea. I'd like to add the Chinese Communist Party. Clears throat capitalism. I'm mad because I don't get things for free. I'm mad because I slave away for $20 an hour when I know that my work is making my boss a lot more than that money and all he does is make sure I do my work. Why can't I keep his portion too for making sure I do my work? God edit, as in the belief in a god. Hard to eliminate something that doesn't exist so I like your edit. Conservatives. Seriously, I don't wish them dead. I just wish they didn't think the way they did. What good ever came from being a conservative? They fought or are fighting against voting rights, civil rights, marriage equality, 40-hour work week, universal health care, child labor laws, etc. COVID. Cancer. Rape. Indian tech support scammers. Hey, I can get you rid of that. I'll just need access to your system. Incredibly rich people countries. So that it would be more even. No one super poor or super rich. Edit. poverty, is what I meant. The world would be better without poverty. Did not think of how bad the first thing I wrote could be interpreted. I do mean that there shouldn't be wealthy people, just not poor people. That is impossible. Somebody will be rich and somebody will be poor. True equality is impossible. Uties, I'm sick of them. Mosquitoes and Republicans. How dare you say this? One of these is a super important group that many things rely on to actually get a decent meal, and the other are blood-sucking parasites that actively make the world worse. I mean, so many things eat mosquitoes that the world would be so worse off without them. You're right about Republicans though. They don't contribute shit. Ads and apps and games. Greed. The dumbest TikTok challenges that are harmful to you or someone else. All the cringe stuff is fine. Capitalism. Propaganda at the cost of minorities or people living in poverty. Using them for making profit while putting them and whole countries in a negative light. Making the third world look like they are dependent on Western people to donate money. Money from which only a small percentage actually arrives at the place the donators think it arrives. I know this is heretical on Reddit, but porn. It drives human trafficking. It has a negative mental health impact on adolescents and adults and is considered a public health crisis by 16 states. Religions. Imagine there's no countries it isn't hard to do nothing to kill or die for and no religion to edit. People are bashing me in the comments and I don't know why. First off, I don't know anything about communism, capitalism and stuff. I never tried to learn it. Secondly, when I first came across this song as a kid, I really liked the lyrics, especially this part. I don't understand why people are calling me childish. Narcissism. Racism. All Trumps. Hannity and Coulson too. TikTok. Pedophiles. Kids don't deserve that. Religious leaders dividing us with superstition. The cancel culture lot. These people would pass the death sentence on somebody before they even had time to read out their opening statement. Polarized, black and white thinking types. Quick to condemn. People who clap when a plane lands. Pyramid schemes. Twitter. Career politicians. T-Rump. Religion. Despite the downvotes that will come. You know I'm right. Losing karma is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Mental illnesses. People who disregard and invalidate mental illness. That's a very easy question. Religion, of course. My mother, and every other abusive parent in the world. The world deserves loving parents, not abusive ones. Politics. Religion. Edit. To clarify, current modern day politics that revolves around corrupt leaders making decisions based on gaining money, power/status. Tribalism. People on the internet who claim they are oppressed while living in the US, one of the richest countries in the world, complaining by using a $1,200 phone. If you have clothes, food, a roof over your head, you are in the top 1% in the world in terms of wealth. Stop complaining. The English. Myth. Social media. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.